People call this Fraser Park. Fraser Park is a little town that's actually 3 miles up the canyon. But it's the Fraser Park exit. There's a big truck stop here that somebody built, and then it was out of commission for a while. Flying J bought it. Totally custom truck stop. Even used to have a bar up in the 2nd story. There was a stairway in the middle of the room going up inside like a pyramid to a little bar. But they eventually closed it. I never did hear any bad reasons or anything. They just closed it. There's houses dotting all of these hills now. 2 or 3 years ago, there wasn't anything there. If there was a house, it was hidden by trees. But now everybody wants to have their house on the hill. So they're building the house on the hill, and then the barn is halfway down the hill, and then the fence goes down. So their whole yard's on a slope. It's all right. I wouldn't mind having a couple, because this is your view. Little lake down there. This is snow country. This is the valley, I think, where the 14-acre ranches were in. See that? It says Cajon Ranch, preserving California's legacy. Yeah, well, that doesn't mean that it's a land conservancy. It's actually a development project. That's California's legacy. living in beautiful homes on big ranches. They're widening the freeway, repairing a lot of damage. So they've got a portable cement plant here. They've come out and stuck up. Make it right there. They take all the old broken concrete over and grind it up, and it becomes the gravel for the new concrete. Just like recycling asphalt, they're recycling the concrete. That is beautiful little ranch right there. Sorry about all the bugs on the windshield. I don't care. They don't bother me. This lane is much smoother since they rebuilt it. It used to crash down through here, bouncing and rocking and shake your truck. And terrible. The next town around the corner is called Lebec. I noticed they keep having that camera aimed too far down. I have to learn to get it up in the air a little. Lebec has a few little buildings, its own post office, and then there's several canyons that the houses go up the canyons. And I'm hoping to buy some property up in there. There's 3 counties that come together, so depending on which neighborhood you live in, whether it's Fraser Park, Lebec, or Gorman, you're in LA County, Ventura County, and this here is Kern County. Little antique shop there made out of a restaurant. Actually, it was an old ranch house turned into a restaurant, and then now it's an antique shop. Here's our warning signs for the Grapevine. 5 miles of 6% grade, 2.5 miles ahead. We're going to lose our speed here in a minute. They put up 45, and then when you get down to the Grapevine, the truck speed is 35. Oh, big house. That's a nice property. The guy owns a truck. Got a tractor trailer that parks out back usually. Well, the Smoky Bears are out. We just passed one. Here comes another. These cars like to come over here at 75, so they write some really good tickets. Oh dear. We're going to be passed, and I wanted to show you another ranch. That's okay. Now, there you go. That man up there's got a nice home. He's got a ham radio antenna there. And a big old metal barn. Oops, steel building. Sometimes I get to looking at the scenery I'm trying to drive. Okay, behind that little road there that goes up that canyon, it goes up there, and you can't really see it from here, but there's a lot of California oak trees. Oh yeah, you can if you look close. There's pine trees, aspen. We've planted a lot of trees in there, and the deer do come through your front yard in the mornings and afternoons and evenings. People up there like to drive slow. Private road, speed limit 25. Most people do 10 or 15, the old timers. There's some city folk that bought homes in there that want to do 30. The homeowners association clamps down on them, and they can fine you. Association give you fees. But anyway, the old timers drive slow because the fact of the matter is, you got a lot of deer, and they won't bother. The cars won't bother them. They're not afraid of the noise. So you can drive right by them 10 feet away. It's almost like you're living up in the pine trees, the mountains, and you're just up here in a little canyon. It's high country, but it's not like the Rocky Mountains, is what I'm trying to say. That's Tahone High School and junior high school, wrapped into one. Beautiful campus. I love those old Spanish buildings with adobe tile roofs. There was a Union Ford up here. I better get down to 35. We got a 35 sign here. Usually a cop will sit right there behind that 15 miles an hour sign with his radar going. Over here, there it is. That is a Union Fort up in that canyon. There's several buildings still standing. There's a parade field. Remember, this is one of those flip cameras. So it's only 30 frames per second, so it's really slow. So each frame is crystal clear, and you should be able to freeze frame any frame and have it clear. So you can see a building that blips between two trees. You should be able to stop it. See, now he's sitting there with his radar going. That's 3 cops in 1 mile. Or as the truckers say, if someone asks for Smokey report, you'll hear someone come back saying, "We're well protected today." See that chunk of concrete? That's the original 1914 bridge route. That piece of concrete there is almost 100 years old. It zigzags and winds down through this canyon. You get on Google Earth, you'll see pieces of it. It looks straight, and then you'll see a couple of big curly pigtails. And it's not that straight. I had to drop a gear there. Used to be a lot of truckers burn their brakes on this hill. Now they've got it into a straight road. There's no more windy road. You do have to watch your brakes. Because it's just as steep. It's still 6%. The old one's 6%, and there were little spots of 7% back in the day. There goes the cop down the hill. Yes, we are well protected. Right there's some concrete. See that little piece of road, that flat spot? That's where the grapevine had come down, squiggled around, and it went down there. And you'll see it come right out here on the other side. I'm going to leave the camera pointed that way. There it is. It comes around that mountain right there, and it actually goes underneath us. It's wiped out now. Gotta remember to keep that thing pointed up. Well, we only got a minute or so left. I'm going to kill this right now, and then we only got about 3 minutes left. See you on the next video.